Tornadoes have long been a force of nature that commands both awe and dread. In Oklahoma, a region infamous for its violent storms, two catastrophic tornado events have left indelible marks on the landscape and the collective memory of its people. The F5 1999 Bridge Creek Moore tornado and the EF5 2013 Moore tornado. These events are not only defined by their meteorological ferocity, but also by the profound human suffering they inflicted. Today we're going to dive into the scientific background of these tornadoes, detail their respective impacts on communities, and explore why the past decade has seen an absence of tornadoes reaching the EF5 intensity. Hello, and welcome to Deadliest Disasters, where we cover some of the most devastating events that happened throughout history. Oklahoma, positioned in the heart of Tornado Alley, has long been a living laboratory for severe weather phenomena. The state's geographical and meteorological conditions have fostered an environment where powerful supercells and tornadoes occur with distressing regularity. The 1999 Bridge Creek Moore tornado and the 2013 Moore tornado stand as two of the most devastating storms in recent memory. Both events have been extensively studied, not only for their extreme wind speeds and destruction, but also for the lessons they offer in emergency preparedness and urban planning. By understanding these events in detail, communities and policymakers can better prepare for future occurrences, thus reducing the impact of such natural disasters. The Bridge Creek Moore tornado of May 3, 1999 was a quintessential example of an F5 tornado, the highest rating on the original Fujita scale. Meteorologists noted that the storm system responsible for the tornado was fueled by an unusual convergence of factors: a rapidly advancing cold front, abundant low-level moisture, and significant atmospheric instability. This volatile mix created the conditions necessary for the formation of a supercell, a rotating thunderstorm capable of producing the most extreme tornadoes. As the supercell matured, it spawned the tornado near Bridge Creek, Oklahoma. The tornado rapidly intensified, moving northeastward towards Moore with wind speeds estimated to have exceeded 300 miles per hour. It quickly grew into a wedge tornado, varying between 1/4 and 1 mile in width at various points throughout the track. Damage consistent with this rating was sustained over the following 6.5 miles of the path before striking Bridge Creek. The destructive force of the tornado was evident in its path. Devastatingly powerful, it carved a swath of destruction that cut through residential neighborhoods and commercial districts alike. The rapid intensification and erratic movement of the storm left little time for residents to take cover, contributing to the staggering levels of damage. The human and infrastructural toll of the 1999 tornado was unprecedented. With a death toll exceeding 30 and over 500 injured, the tornado left behind a trail of shattered homes, uprooted trees, and flattened vehicles. Entire communities were left in ruins, and critical infrastructure such as schools, hospitals, and local businesses sustained severe damage. The storm's ferocity not only shattered lives, but also raised important questions about building standards and urban planning in tornado-prone regions. The intensity of the destruction forced emergency responders to confront challenges that had never been seen before. In the aftermath, local authorities and meteorologists began to re-examine warning systems and construction practices, setting the stage for reforms that would later influence how communities prepared for future tornadoes. The immediate response to the Bridge Creek Moore tornado was marked by widespread chaos. Emergency crews, often operating at the limit of their capacity, rushed to rescue survivors from the debris. Hospitals quickly became overwhelmed, and makeshift shelters sprang up as displaced residents sought refuge. The storm catalyzed a series of improvements in emergency response protocols and building codes. Reconstruction efforts were heavily scrutinized, leading to the adoption of more resilient construction practices that aimed to better withstand future tornado impacts. The Moore tornado of May 20, 2013 holds a similar place in the annals of extreme weather events. Classified as an EF5 under the Enhanced Fujita scale, a system reformed from the original Fujita scale to provide more precise assessments of tornado damage, the storm was one of the most severe tornadoes to hit the region in recent history. Although similar meteorological conditions were observed as in 1999, advancements in weather radar technology and forecasting models allowed meteorologists to monitor the storm's development with greater accuracy. The forecast on the day of the 2013 tornado was marked by ominous signals. Supercell thunderstorms formed along a squall line under highly unstable conditions, with wind shear and moisture levels that were almost textbook examples for tornado genesis. These conditions culminated in a tornado that, like its predecessor, rapidly intensified and inflicted catastrophic damage. The Moore tornado of 2013 exhibited similar rapid development and a devastating path of destruction as seen in 1999. The tornado tore through the city of Moore, leaving residents little time to seek shelter. However, due in part to improved forecasting and public awareness campaigns that had been instituted in the years following the 1999 disaster, many residents received timely warnings. Despite these advancements, the storm's ferocity meant that even well-prepared communities suffered immensely. The 2013 EF5 tornado was on the ground for only 13 miles, which was way shorter compared to the 1999 tornado, which had a length of 38 miles. Luckily, with its shorter path and the improved warning systems, injuries and loss of life were less in the 2013 tornado. However, with 24 fatalities and more than 370 injured, the Moore tornado of 2013 was yet another tragic reminder of nature's unpredictable might. In its wake, entire neighborhoods were reduced to rubble. Critical infrastructure, including homes, schools, and businesses, were decimated, and the local economy was severely disrupted. The psychological impact on the survivors and first responders was profound, leading to extensive research into the long-term effects of experiencing such extreme natural disasters, especially on those who had survived both events. Despite the advances in building codes and emergency preparedness, the sheer power of the Moore tornado highlighted the limitations of human engineering in the face of nature's fury. Even those properly prepared could not foresee such a powerful tornado hitting their community yet again. In contrast to the 1999 event, the response to the 2013 tornado was notably more coordinated. Advances in early warning systems meant that many residents had precious few minutes to seek shelter before the tornado struck. Emergency response teams, having learned from previous experiences, were better equipped and more agile in the face of disaster. Nonetheless, the magnitude of the destruction challenged even the most robust of plans. The recovery process was long and arduous. Federal and state agencies collaborated with local communities to rebuild infrastructure, provide mental health support, and implement new building practices designed to mitigate the impact of future tornadoes. The recovery efforts, though extensive, served as a grim reminder of the vulnerability of communities in tornado-prone regions. Both the 1999 and 2013 tornadoes emerged from supercell thunderstorms that developed under nearly ideal conditions for tornado formation. In both instances, significant atmospheric instability combined with high moisture levels and wind shear produced storms capable of extreme intensity. The classification differences, F5 for the 1999 event and EF5 for the 2013 event, reflect not only improvements in meteorological assessment techniques, but also differences in the Enhanced Fujita scale, which provides a more nuanced understanding of tornado damage. The 2013 Moore tornado was the last EF5 to be seen anywhere in the world. One of the leading explanations for the apparent decline in EF5 tornadoes is the significant progress made in meteorological science. Over the past 2 decades, radar technology has advanced dramatically, providing meteorologists with real-time data that can predict the development of severe weather events more accurately. Enhanced warning systems has given communities critical extra minutes to take cover, which has undoubtedly reduced the death toll and perhaps even altered the observed frequency of EF5 level damage. Although the potential for such violent storms still exists, improved forecasting means that communities are better equipped to withstand their impacts. Another important factor lies in the evolution of the tornado classification system. The Enhanced Fujita scale, introduced after the 1999 event, offers a more detailed analysis of tornado damage based on both structural damage and meteorological data. This change in classification methods might contribute to the perceived decrease in EF5 tornadoes, as damage assessments are now more nuanced. Some tornadoes that might have been rated at F5 under the old system are now classified differently based on the improved criteria. Thus, the statistics may not necessarily indicate a real decrease in intensity, but rather a more accurate categorization of damage. Climatologists continue to debate whether there have been any shifts in the atmospheric conditions that give rise to the most violent tornadoes. Some research suggests that broader climate patterns, including changes in sea surface temperatures and jet stream behavior, might influence the frequency and intensity of supercell thunderstorms. While there is no consensus that climate change has directly reduced the number of EF5 tornadoes, it is plausible that natural variability combined with these broader trends has contributed to a period of relative calm at the extreme end of the tornado spectrum. The question of why EF5 tornadoes have become less frequent is one that remains open to scientific inquiry. Continued research is essential to fully understand the dynamics at play, ensuring that communities remain vigilant and well prepared for future severe weather events. The devastating legacy of the 1999 Bridge Creek Moore tornado and the 2013 Moore tornado serves as a poignant reminder of nature's formidable power. Both events, though separated by 14 years, share common themes of intense meteorological conditions, catastrophic impacts on communities, and subsequent advances in public safety and emergency response. In examining these two tragedies, we are not only reminded of the importance of scientific understanding and technological advancement, but also of the resilience and determination of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming adversity. While the past decade has not witnessed another EF5 tornado, this relative absence should not lead to complacency. We'll never know when and where the next will strike. Thanks for watching today's video on this devastating but important historical event. If you found this informative, please hit that like button and subscribe for more historical deep dives. And let me know in the comments what other overlooked historical events you'd like to learn about. Until next time, this has been Deadliest Disasters.